about in the beloved city. So they gonna surround the Israelites. It says, and fire came down from God out of heaven. God is not sending no fire nowhere. See, only thing coming down is nuclear missiles, nuclear weapons, nuclear bombs. That's the only thing coming down. And see, that's that lake of fire. Ain't no lake of fire under the ground. See, the lake of fire is coming down. Look at what it say. It say, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. Then look what it say in verse 10. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire. So the lake of fire came down. The lake of fire ain't under no damn ground, man. The lake of fire came down and he threw these white red dragons into the fire. This is how he was explaining it. The nuclear missiles gonna come down and these dragons gonna be right here to get burned up. They're not gonna be delivered. See, I'm like washing powder. Let me get another look at. Let's get Revelation 6, because these dragons trying to hide under the ground in these doomsday bunkers, because they know the nuclear missiles coming. And Revelation 6 say the same thing. It say, I'm gonna start at 12. It said, I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. See, that's that great noise that Peter was talking about. See, that's that great noise. It was an earthquake, a great earthquake. It said the sun became black and sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Now he not gonna explain it like fire coming down from the sky. He said stars. Verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. See, to him, to John, he thought the missiles were stars. Because when you look in the sky, when you see a star, it's just light. So he's looking in the sky like, man, the stars falling out of heaven. The stars don't fall out of heaven, man. That's a nuclear missile. He said, and the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as a fig tree casts her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. Is that not what Apostle Peter just said? Let's quote that again by Peter. Peter said, in which, this is 2 Peter 3 and 10, in which the heaven shall pass away with a great noise. See, this is what John said, the same thing. John said the same thing. He said, verse 14, Revelation 6 and 14. He said, and the heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. So that's what them nuclear missiles gonna do when they come down. See, they go in the sky first, and then the sky gonna turn red, then they gonna drop. Boom! Now, why are they building bunkers under the ground? See, you're not building no bunker under the ground because you scared people gonna try to rob you. See, you ain't gotta build no bunker under the ground to be scared about somebody trying to rob you, man. That ain't why you building a bunker under the ground. And that they bomb shelters. That's all you got. Look at right after he said this now. He said in verse 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and rich men, and the chief captain, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens of the rocks and the mountains. Verse 16, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. They hide. And they not just hiding from the nuclear missiles. They hoping they can hide from the angels and from Yahushua, which that's insanity. You're not hiding from you're not getting away from Yahushua, man. That's why they make these movies of Jason and Halloween and these mass murderer killers coming for them, because that's what they fantasizing about in their little mind. See, they thinking that judgment is coming for they behind. Verse 17, he say, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Say, who gonna be able to stand when these nuclear missiles and these chariots come out the sky? Look at Revelation 8 and 8. This sounds like a nuclear missile too. It said the second angel sounded, and as it were, as a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. See, the sea represents the people. And you talking about a great mountain of fire, that can be a bunch of nuclear missiles coming to blow these people to smithereens. Oh, Isaiah. Now Isaiah 63 talk about the second coming, but Isaiah 34 give you some details. It is pretty much what John was quoting. See, the New Testament is nothing but the Old Testament, man. Apostle John, Apostle Peter, it was all quoting the Old Testament. And most of them was quoting Isaiah and Jeremiah and Ezekiel. But they really quoted Isaiah. Because look at what he say in Isaiah 34 and 4. Just with what Peter and John was saying in their vision. He said, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. That's what Peter said. He said it's going to be dissolved. And the heaven shall be rolled together as a scroll. See, that's what Apostle John said. He said, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf fall off of the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. See, that's exactly what John said. Verse 5, it said, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. See, that's how them nuclear missiles, they gonna be in the sky so deep It's gonna be so many missiles in the sky. It's like they taking a bath in heaven. He say, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down. See, it's gonna be a weapon. Sword just another word for weapon. It's gonna be a weapon in the sky, and that weapon is gonna come down. Now, who is it gonna come down to? It says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea. Now, Idumea is a Greek word for Edom, and Edom is the real name of the so-called white man. See, ain't no such thing as a white man. And upon the people of my curse to judgment. Verse 6, it say, the sword of the Lord is filled with blood. So he's saying this weapon is going to kill a lot of people. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kittens and rams. And for the Lord has a sacrifice in Bozrah. Bozrah is the capital city of the Edomites. So America is the capital city of the so-called white man. So Bozrah is where this sacrifice is going to go down. Right here in America. Right here on Martin Luther King and 2nd Avenue. Hey, he say, for the Lord has a sacrifice in Bozrah, a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. See, when that sword come down, when that weapon come down, that's gonna be a nuclear missile. See, when he not gonna wave no sword in the air and then bring it down. No, this missile gonna be in the sky, coming from Russia, and then it's gonna hit the ground and blow niggas up. See? And these are visions given to the prophets. Peter, John, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. See, these prophets is evident. Now I'm trying to. Oh, Isaiah. Let me get 54. It's another place. Because he taking credit for every weapon that was being created. Isaiah 54:16, he said, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. See, that waster is talking about a weapon. He created the weapon to destroy these wicked Negroes. Verse 17, no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. See, he talking to the elect. He not talking to wicked Negro. No weapon that's formed against you. No, if you wicked, that weapon was formed to destroy your behind. It says, every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment, thou shalt condemn. So pretty much, if you wicked, you ain't got a chance. Because there ain't no running from these nuclear missiles. And them nuclear missiles, when they come, they not asking no questions, and they not taking no name. Now let's get Isaiah 20. Isaiah. I'm thinking Isaiah 26. Isaiah 26 and 20. And this is what he say, that he gonna deliver the Israelites from these missiles. Verse 20, he say, come, my people, enter into thy chambers. See, those chambers is gonna be those chariots that's coming to deliver the elect. He said, shut your doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. See, that indignation is those nuclear missiles dropping. He gonna tell them to come up. Come up. Let me get that in 11. 11 and 12. Revelation 11 and 12, it say, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. See, then verse 13, gonna tell you what's gonna happen with that loud noise that Peter was talking about, with the heavens rolled up in the scroll, like Isaiah and John was talking about, when that fire come down from heaven. Verse Revelation 11 and 13, saying the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. That 7,000 represent completion. It's going to be a complete number of wicked Negroes being blown to smithereens with those nuclear missiles. Now, Revelation 16 give you the same picture. See, he gave the prophets multiple visions of how he was going to blow these people up. See, Noah and his son, they knew about the flood. See, they was prophesying about the flood. It's going to rain and he going to drown all the wicked people. See, they ain't believe him. But he gave a lot of visions for this last one, because it's going to rain fire. Let's see here. Revelation 16 and I'm going to start at 18. He say, and there were voices, thunders, and lightning, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men was upon the earth, and mighty an earthquake, and so great. Verse 19, and the great city, that great city is America, the United States of America, Daytona Beach, in other words. The great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. See, that great city wasn't talking about no freaking religion, man. That's a great city. It's the greatest, so-called greatest country in the world. And it ain't gonna be no earthquake with the ground shaking. It's gonna be nuclear missiles hitting the ground, making it seem like it's an earthquake. Because when those nukes start hitting, boom, boom, that's when the ground gonna start shaking. It says, and jump down to verse 21. It says, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven. See, that's like Revelation 20 and 9. See, it's going to be fire raining out of the sky. See, because it said in Revelation 29, fire came from heaven. It said fire came down from heaven from God. But see, it ain't going to be God creating some fire and shooting it down. It's gonna be them nuclear missiles coming from Russia, Iran, North Korea, China, Japan, whoever, the UK, whoever got a missile, they shooting it at America. It says, and there fell upon men, see them wicked men, they ain't gonna fall on no righteous man. It ain't gonna fall on the prophets. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail. For the plague thereof was exceedingly great. See, this how America is going to be destroyed. Let me get that in Revelation. Revelation 17 and 16. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, that means these other allies of Russia, these allies of America that's going to join the allies of Russia, let me say it like that, these shall hate the whore. The whore is America. See, the melting pot, sleeping with all the nations, involved with every nation under the sun, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. See, it's gonna burn America with fire. See, and Russia and these other nations gonna still be going. Look at Revelation 18 and 8. It said, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. And the famine already coming, because they got the grocery stores and the supplies is coming up short. They got food shortages all over the damn place. They got to lock up the meat, put a locking key on the meat on the steak. You got a $20 steak and you got to put a lock on it. You in trouble. Let me read that again. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. See, when you locking up meat, you know it's a famine on the horizon. It says that she shall be utterly burned with fire. See, these other nations, Russia, China, they're going to be looking at it. This is what they're going to be saying. Verse 18, Revelation 18 and 18. And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city or country is like unto this great city? See, what country is like America? You're not gonna find it. China gonna be mad. Damn, we can't trade goods with America no more. See, these other nations gonna be mad. We can't make money with America no more. We used to send all kind of ships to America, all kind of goods and products. And these Negroes and Hispanics, they'll buy it up. See, they ain't got no store. They got to buy our goods. They ain't got no businesses and no crops and no manufacturing company. They got to buy everything we sell them. We was making good money with America. That's why they gonna be mad. Let's get that real quick. Revelation 18 and 11, it's saying, the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. See, they're gonna be mad as heck. We was making good money with America. Why did she have to get blowed up? Why did she attack us and make us mad when we had to blow up? We was making good money with this damn. It's like somebody when they break up with their chick. She done went crazy, slept with some other Negro, tried to fight you, burn your clothes up, bust your car one night. You like, dang man, why she had to go crazy on me? We was having a good time. She was one of my best girls. We had a good time together, but this nigga went crazy on me. See, he gonna regret it. Even though you had to break up with it and cut her off, you still gonna regret it. So that's what these other nations, they gonna regret blowing America up. That's why they say in verse 18 and chapter 18, verse 18. And when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? They was making good money with America. But it's gonna be, it's game over. Because it's time for the children of Israel to be delivered out of captivity. And it's time for these dragons to go into slavery. Let me get that. See, when America is blown up and the Russians and all these other nations are still hanging around, they ain't gonna be free. Revelation 13 and 10, it say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. See, they going into captivity. Jeremiah 51 and 20. He says, see, when we deliver and America is blowed up, that's when it's game time. Jeremiah 51 and 20, it says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with you will I break in pieces the nations, and with you will I destroy kingdoms. See, he's gonna raise the children of Israel up then, and we coming for these other nations. It ain't gonna be over just because they blow up America. We gonna come down and subdue all of them. Let me get that. Revelation 2 and 26. Yeah. He said, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. See, 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. See, we gonna rule these other nations. Ain't no Chinaman gonna take over after the white man is destroyed. Ain't no African, no Arab, none of them gonna take over. It's gonna be certified LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal's running the scene. It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken into shivers. See, after Russia blow this place, and Russia and their allies blow this place to smithereens, you gonna have a bunch of big Negroes, bunch of Hispanics, and Native Americans, they coming out the sky, and we gonna take over the world. Okay, let me get that in Zechariah. Zechariah 12 and 8. It says, in that day, see, in that day, when America get it blowed up by these other nations, said, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, and as the angel of the Lord before them. See, we not gonna get no weapons. We not gonna get no AK-47. We not gonna get no grenades, nuclear weapons. No, he giving us spiritual power like an angel. That's why Yahushua say they not gonna be giving and married. They're gonna be like the angels of the Lord, man. What are you talking about? They're gonna be like the angels of the Lord. And that's when we coming to take over. Let's get it in Daniel. I'm gonna close it out. Daniel 2:44. He said, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. See, that's that kingdom John was talking about. When John said the kingdom of heaven is near. That's that kingdom Yahushua was telling them about. When he said, go preach, the kingdom of heaven is near. He was telling them about the kingdom that they was finna get. He said in the days of these kings, meaning the so-called white man, the African, the Arab, the Indian, whatever other nation, the Hawaiians or whatever other nation you can think of, say the God of heaven shall set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people other than the Israelites. See, ain't gonna be left to these other heathen. It says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
That's right.
See, we ain't falling once we get up. We fail, but once we get up, ain't gonna be no falling. Daniel 7:18, it says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. See, ain't gonna be no, we gonna come and take over the Israelites. Nope. Once they get the kingdom, it's game over. I'm just end it on this. Zechariah 14:14. It says, Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold, silver, apparel, and great abundance. See, that's why you say, I didn't come so you can be struggling. I come for you so you can have an abundance. It's gonna be a great abundance we gonna have. Verse 16, he said, it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations, see these nations that blow up America, it's gonna be some of them still left when we get our power. It says, everyone that is left of the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from